Hello students and welcome to my channel. Today we will be learning Standard 9 English Kumar Bharati Unit 2 2.5 poem Autumn written by Kalidas and translated by Professor A.W. Ryder. Before we start with the poem, let us have an introduction of Mahakavi Kalidas. Kalidas was a classical Sanskrit author and is often considered ancient India's greatest playwright and dramatist. His plays and poetry are primarily based on the Vedas, the Ramayana, the Mahabharata, and the Puranas. The poem Autumn is written by Kalidas. The main theme of the poem is the poet's beautiful description of the advent of the autumn season. The poet compares the season of autumn to a graceful maiden who has beautified herself in many ways. The poem has been translated by Professor A.W. Ryder. Let us get introduced to Arthur William Ryder, who translated the poem Autumn in English. Arthur William Ryder, 1877 to 1938. He was a professor of Sanskrit at the University of California. He is best known for translating a number of Sanskrit works into English, including the Panchatantra and the Bhagavad Gita. Ryder said about Kalidasa, "Rarely has a man walked the earth who observed the phenomena of living nature as accurately as he." Before we start with the poem, let us know more about the seasons according to the Indian calendar. Since ancient times, people of Hindu faith across India and South Asia have been following the Hindu calendar for festivals and other auspicious occasions throughout the year. According to the Indian calendar, there are 6 seasons. The first one is Vasanta Rutu, that is the spring season, Grishma Rutu, summer season, Varsha Rutu, monsoon season, Sharad Rutu, autumn season, Hemant Rutu, pre-winter season, and Shishir Rutu, that is the winter season. In this poem, the poet has described the beauty of the season autumn, that is the Sharad Rutu, by personifying it to a beautiful maiden. He has created a pretty portrait of a lady with the help of the characteristic of the autumn season. Let us read the poem once. Autumn. The autumn comes, a maiden fair in slenderness and grace, with nodding rice stems in her hair and lilies in her face. In flowers of grasses she is clad, and as she moves along, birds greet her with their cooing glad, like a bracelet's tinkling sound. A diadem adorns the night of multitudinous stars. Her silken robe is white moonlight, set free from cloudy bars, and on her face bewitching smiles are shown. She seems a slender maid, who soon will be a woman grown. Let us learn the meaning of the beautiful poem Autumn. We are going to learn the first 4 lines of the first stanza of the poem. The autumn comes, a maiden fair in slenderness and grace, with nodding rice stems in her hair and lilies in her face. So in the first 4 lines of the poem, the poet describes the season as the season when the rice crop is ready to reap, and thus the stalk of the rice sways with the breeze, that is, it moves here and there with a gentle wind which blows. This season is primarily a harvest season, and the lily starts to bloom around. Here the poet describes the autumn as a maiden. Maiden means a young lady who is slender, that is, who is gracefully thin she is. And the rice stems beautify her hair. The blooming of the bright lilies around are also playing the part of adorning her face. Let us learn the next 4 lines of the first stanza of the poem. In flowers of grasses she is clad, and as she moves along, birds greet her with their cooing glad like a bracelet's tinkling song. So in this 4 lines of the poem, the poet describes that after the monsoon season, the earth actually has become green because of the grass. But as the autumn comes, the flowers bloom on it. The flowers of the grass looks like a dress of that maiden. As she moves along, it means after passing of some days, she is welcomed by the birds. The birds create sounds like the tinkling of the bracelets, which is so melodious to hear. The cooing of the bird is compared to the bracelet's tinkling song. Let us learn the second stanza of the poem. First 4 lines. A diadem adorns the night of multitudinous stars. Her silken robe is white moonlight, set free from cloudy bars. Your diadem means crown, multitudinous means numerous, and bars it means patches. So in this first 4 lines of the second stanza, the poet now describes about the night in this autumn season. Here the poet says that she has a crown of innumerable number of stars on her head and it looks magnificent. The poet describes her more that she has worn a silken night dress of white moonlight and it looks beautiful because there are no clouds in the sky. The sky is totally clear. Let us learn the last 4 lines of the poem. And on her face, bewitching smiles are shown. She seems a slender maid who soon will be a woman grown. So in the last lines of the poem, the poet tells us that in the season, the young girl's face is bright moon. She is fascinating everyone by her beautiful smile. The poet further says that as the autumn season starts, she looks slim and a young girl. But after some weeks or after some days, she will become like an adult woman. As it comes to an end, the beginning of new season, pre-winter, that is the Hemanta Ritu begins. The poet tells about the autumn season, that is, with the advent of the autumn, there are several changes in the season. The plants shed their leaves in the beginning of a season, but towards the end of the season, plants start fruiting. The brightly lit evening moon and the clear sky helps the farmers harvest their crops. Birds nest and raise their young ones, so the nature becomes completely bountiful and mature. So this is the end of the poem where the poet has described the beauty of a season autumn by personifying it to a beautiful maiden. It has created a pretty portrait of a lady with the help of the characteristic of autumn season. Let's learn the figures of speech used in the poem. The first one, birds greet her with their cooing glad, and the figure of speech used here is onomatopoeia because the word cooing produces a sound made by bird. It's also a personification because birds are given the human quality of greeting. The second line, like a bracelet's tinkling sound. It's a simile because the sound cooing of bird is compared to the tinkling sound created by a bracelet. Next line, the autumn comes a maiden fair. It's a metaphor because autumn is indirectly compared to the maiden fair. The next line, she seems a slender maid, and the figure of speech used here is alliteration because the sound of the letter S is repeated for poetic effect. Next line, her silken robe is white moonlight, and the figure of speech used here is metaphor because the silken robe is indirectly compared to the white moonlight. Next line, will be a woman grown, and the figures of speech used here is alliteration and inversion. Alliteration because the initial sound of the words will and woman is the same for the better poetic effect. It's an inversion because the word order is inverted. The correct word order is will be a grown woman. The next one is a diadem adorns the night. It's an exclamation because the element of surprise and fascination is brought out in the line. Let's continue learning the appreciation of the poem. The poem Autumn is written by Kalidas. The main theme of this poem is the poet's beautiful description of the advent of the autumn season. The poet has compared the season of autumn to a graceful maiden who has beautified herself in many ways. The rhyme scheme is A, B, A, B, C, D, C, D. Alliteration is an example of figures of speech used in the poem. In the line, she seems a slender maid who soon, there is a repetition of the sound of letter S. The special feature of the poem is the imagination of the poet and the beautiful imagery. The poet has described autumn in a very beautiful manner and compared it to a woman. This is the end of the poem Autumn written by Kalidas. I hope you all have understood the poem well. Thank you, students.